Hi there, I'm Miriam, and welcome to Miriam's Manor. You guys can see I am doing another interview with one of my members. This is Varush, you guys. Now, you met him. When did we do your other build? When we did that collaboration? Was that like 2 years
I
ago?
mean, no, it was last year. We started in like March of 2022, something like that, and we were doing it all summer.
Yes, it,
I
it,
can't remember when you posted the video, but we were working on it
it
for a
was like
really long
4 months.
time. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and you guys, it was 4 months because we talked too much. So we talked more than we worked a lot of the times because
Most of the time.
what happens when you get two villagers together. So I want to hop into this interview with Varuj. Now, I want to make a little disclaimer because I completely messed up. Varuj and I already filmed an interview 3 weeks ago.
Something like that, yeah.
And you guys, we did it in two separate sections. And the first part of his interview completely was wiped away from my computer. So this is interview number 2 that we are doing today. But I do still have some footage from the end of the first interview that we did that I will be popping on the screen occasionally so that you guys can see his village because you, sir, just began to take your village down. How many days ago did you start?
Like 2 or 3, something like that.
Oh, just missed it.
Yeah. Oh, literally just earlier this week.
Wow.
I
That's
know. I know.
so why didn't you leave it up since we already had this on the calendar?
Oh, great question. It's because I did forget.
Mm, forgot about me.
No, no, no. Well, no, look, don't say it like that. I could never
Just
forget about you.
kidding.
But no, I definitely, when you texted me earlier today, I was like, yep, that is tonight. Thank you for the reminder.
I'm glad I did. So you guys, Baruch is known also as Mr. Christmas Village on TikTok. So if you don't,
Yes.
is it follow?
Yes.
So if you don't
You're,
already follow him on TikTok, make sure you go follow him. And he's also on Instagram too, right?
yeah, yeah. But Miriam, you're on TikTok now too. So you've got to stop to act like you don't know about TikTok lingo.
Listen, I still don't know lingo because I'm not cool. All of the videos that I posted,
Uh,
one of the young ladies that's in my life, she's in her early 20s.
yeah.
She did all those videos.
Okay, well, first of all, let's go back to you saying you're not cool. Hey, everyone watching this right now, can you go to the comment section and let us know if you think Miriam is cool? Because I think she's dead wrong, and I'm pretty sure you're all going to agree.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, let me say this. I am not well versed on lingo, like their slang or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I do not listen to regular TV or watch regular programs to know like what's in and what's not. I don't know. Farouj, I've been out since the 90s, okay? Or maybe like barely 2000s.
Okay, so
Never-
look, we'll just say things like rad and
I
like,
never said rad, but I
oh,
did say like the bomb. That was the bomb.
oh,
That's
and
how,
I
that's
bet you
how
are real fresh, right?
I did not, my husband made me start saying fresh. I never said fresh. He was like, babe, you got to stop saying the bomb. That's way old.
Look, I still say dope and word like it's the 90s, so
Yep,
it's
I
okay.
say word. Yeah, but I don't know slang. And my older nephews, they're 29 and they tease me all the time. And as a matter of fact, now it's a thing that every time when I go back to visit them, they teach me one new word. So I just learned what drippin' means last year. I know.
Like your fashion sense.
Right. My nephew was like, TT. I walked through the door. He was like, TT, you dripping. And I was like, what?
You got
What?
that drip. Miriam, you got that drip.
So I had no idea what he was talking about. He taught me that word, and then a few years before that, he taught me on fleek, which I can't
Okay.
even remember what that means today.
Well, if it helps at all, On Fleek is out anyway. Like that's dead. No one uses it. So don't just let that go right out your memory bank.
It's been gone because I don't even remember what it means, or I would not even know how to say it.
Like it's like on point.
Oh, okay.
You know, like if someone was like, "Oh, your lashes are on point. Your lashes are on fleek." It's like the same thing.
I would just say on point,
Yeah. And just stick with it because you know the classics never die.
right? Well, real words never die. That's a concept that some people should think about so that I could always understand what other people are saying. So that's why I say I'm not cool because I live in a box, but I like my box. It's my little happy bubble. So you took your Christmas village down, and you are
Mostly, you could see the buildings are still up. I got my figurines down. I got my trees down. I got most of the accessories down, but the buildings are still up. I have not gotten to that point yet.
so. What are you going to be doing this year? Wait, first of all, are you entering the Christmas village contest this year?
I don't know if I'll have my village done in time.
Okay, so then
Is it by December 1st?
it is.
Yeah. So, which is my birthday, by the way. Um,
What?
yeah, December 1st is my birthday.
Yeah.
Um, I I what because I'm trying to look at the date. What is it? The 19th?
Yes, it's October 9th.
If I have it done in time, yes, I will. But also, it's a big shot to the ego entering your Christmas village contest because I see other people's villages and I'm like, I know I'm not gonna win. I'm like, why even enter? And I just start crying, and it's all I could think about for weeks. And I don't sleep for weeks because it's all I can think about. How talented all your followers are. It's because they're watching you and using your tutorials.
Listen, some of the videos that you've seen, people
Mm-hmm.
just started villaging, like 1 or 2 years in, and they are putting together masterpieces. It makes me so proud. I feel like a proud mama on
That's
it.
amazing. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm. They put
Because
together really beautiful villages.
when I started, I was so overwhelmed, no, intimidated by trying to do too much.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't want to do it. And it turns out awful when I know I could. And this is when I first started, when I know I could just throw the buildings on a snow blanket and it looks presentable, as opposed to me messing up something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I just did not take risks. I didn't try anything. I just was like, all right. But that was a while ago.
So when did you decide to start taking risks and take your village to the next level then? How many years ago? How many years ago did you first initially start? And then how many years ago did you decide to up your game in your village?
I started in 2015,
Okay.
but I didn't do it again for a few years because the time I did it in 2015, I realized that it was incompatible with being a cat owner. Um, but then once I no longer had cats, they were kept by my ex-wife in the divorce.
Didn't get
um,
rid of the
once,
cat.
once I no longer had cats, I was able to start doing it again. But I still did it the same basic way, I think in like 2019. Well, let me just answer your question with a question because you're wanting to know when I started trying to up my game a little bit, right? Started taking some more risks, started doing stuff like that. Well, let me answer that question with a question. Hey, Miriam, when did you start your YouTube channel?
2020.
So it was about 2020 when I found someone on YouTube who really inspired me and I saw what they were able to do and it made me start thinking and getting creative and like planning things in my head and I was like, all right, well maybe I'm not as good as her, but I can still try this and this and this and then maybe work my way up eventually.
Are you serious?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is
It was your videos. And then I just started like this long plan of being like, I will be her friend one day. Um, no, because I had no idea. I had no idea you were in the same city as me. That's
awesome.
still one of the wildest things to me.
I know. And we're just like, what, 20 minutes away from each other?
I
It's
know.
not far.
the two best Christmas Village content creators in the world, and we're 20 minutes
Right
away from
here.
each other.
We're right here,
Can you believe
everybody.
it? How did that happen?
I
That
know.
is like, let me do this in NBA terms because I'm sure you have a huge basketball fan following on your YouTube. But did you know LeBron James and Steph Curry were born in the same hospital in Ohio?
For real?
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yeah, because, well, LeBron's just from there, but Steph Curry's dad was playing, I believe, for the Cavaliers, the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time that he was born. So he ended up being born in the same hospital that LeBron James was born in.
That is so funny.
Me and you are the LeBron and Steph Curry of, Christmas Village content creation.
Oh, there's a lot of great others.
See, you see how I brought that back around to us?
Yeah.
And I think it works. I think it works. And I think there would be very few people who would disagree with me.
We can't leave out Silvio Elena or Carl.
Look, someone has to be the Shaquille O'Neal and the Kobe Bryant and the Michael Jordan. There's plenty of still
Very
great
true.
players out there, you know?
Very true. I like that. That's cute. So you decided to start upping the ante in 2020. And what did you first start with?
So when I say upping the ante, I need you to understand this was a very gradual process for me. The first thing I did, because my village was all flat, it was on, I have a pool table, and I got the pool table from my sister and my brother-in-law. And at one point, my brother-in-law had made this giant wooden board to go on top of the pool table so that they could put like a table sheet on it or something, and like have like use it for parties for like food and stuff like that. I just took that giant wooden board, put it on my pool table, put snow blankets all over it, completely flat village. That was how I started. So when I started upping the ante, the first thing I did was buy the actual Limax like platforms,
I know what you're talking about.
which, like, Limax, I love you. There's almost nothing you could do with these platforms. um, but that was, I mean, but you know what? Let me take that back. I take that back because for a beginner who has no idea what they're doing, it started adding some dimension to my village, and it started like make me play a little with creativity on how I can use them. I did change them a little bit. Like I had some other styrofoam, and I made a little staircase so like it looks like you could actually go up the platforms, and like just some small little things here and there to make it work. And that was the first thing. The first thing I did, and then I bought like Limax's mats that I still use, like their cobblestone mats and stuff. So that way it wasn't just snow blanket all over. Because it was snow blanket all over
Me
Miriam.
too.
Um,
My very first village was 100% snow blanket.
yeah, yeah.
And I think
We all
that's
start
how
somewhere,
we
right?
like get started because it's what they sell next to all of the Christmas Village pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
Buy it, so you just naturally assume, oh, well, this is my option for everything. And then
And
you kind of start playing and getting creative in your mind.
and I don't think this is the case for you because if I recall correctly, I think you told me you didn't even know about villages until a few years ago. Um,
Right,
but
right.
for most people, I think we originally gravitate towards a snow blanket because it's what we remember our grandma or our mom had their Christmas village on as well.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
and they obviously did not have all the tools and everything that we have available now. Um, I don't think Hot Wire Foam Factory existed 30, 40 years ago. Um, but yeah, so they obviously just use snow blankets, and I think it's just what a lot of us remember, and we're just like, and it's very nostalgic doing it like that. Um, and then yeah, just eventually it was your
With
fault. I want to up my game.
I'll take all the credit for that too.
Credit, blame, who's to say?
I know, right? I'm like to receive it as a compliment. Um, I still have seen some beautiful villages that still use snow blankets, and they're they end up using like cardboard boxes, and
Yeah,
a lot of people will use the boxes that the houses actually come in for different
I've
elevation
seen
heights
that. Yeah.
and cover it with a very thick snow blanket. I've seen people cover it with like a sheet first so that
Hmm.
they don't have to use as much snow, and then cover it with the snow blanket after they finish covering all of their different boxes and everything with a white sheet, and strategically place their um, buildings on their boxes and their setup. And it's nice because they'll still add additional touches on top of the snow. So they'll still add
Yeah.
petals to make little pathways and their trees and stuff. So it's still a very beautiful finish. Um, when you, but I would say it's those that still focus on creating additional elements to their landscape and not just a flat um, snow blanket, that they're
Yeah.
just adding that depth dimension and other elements in the landscape that make it beautiful and add an extra like bit of creativity to it.
No, for sure.
So, what is the theme for this year, or do you have that ironed out yet?
Well, I know that you know how much of a planner I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good with it. I'm really good with planning. That's one of my biggest, strengths as a Christmas villager. I'm like literally looking around at my village while we're talking about this because I'm like trying to envision. I want to try and make somewhere in my village, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to try it, like a larger mountain than I've ever created. Like I kind of want like part of the. So the part that scares me about this is if the mountain is large, because I've brought up your village a few times. The one that was a giant mountain in the middle, and the village was around it, and it was a 360-degree village.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite ones that you've done. Um, so it would not be that large, the mountain. um, but like my fear is that because I have so many darn buildings, I'm like, I won't be able to use so many buildings if I have a large, large, large mountain like taking up a good chunk of my village. But I don't know. But one thing I am going to do, because right now, as you know, my my four tables that I have my village on are wrapped around this room right now. So it's kind of a thinner village, but all wrapping around the room. And I did that because I wanted it to be all more easily viewable, every part of the village. But I think I want to go back to four tables all parallel with each other this year and see if I can create a little more depth and play around with that a little bit more.
Yeah,
So
because
I'm not 100% sure, but I do know at least I want it to be a rectangular village with a lot more depth in it than what I have now.
you would totally be able to do a larger mountain that way without
Yeah.
it getting lost like on a thinner table. But I think you should do it.
I
Why?
want to try. I want to try. I'm just nervous.
What did I always say every single day when we were working together on your project? Do you remember? I said I'm gonna make a shirt that says everything is fixed.
Everything is fixable.
Everything is fixable. So even if you feel like you make a small mistake, everything is fixable. It's okay. Just go for it. You'll never know unless you try.
No, you're not wrong. Um, I'll
Don't
do
be
it.
nervous.
I'll do it. I'll do it. And I'm gonna say I'll do it out loud right here, so that way people, you and whoever's gonna watch this video, they heard me say it. So now I can't not do it.
Yes. So
So
when
I'm
they're
doing it.
going back to your TikTok and they're like, Baruch, didn't you say I saw the interview on Miriam's Manor? Didn't you say you were going to do it?
Oh, I just remembered the other reason why I was nervous to do it is because I don't know if I have enough like nature stuff to fill it out.
The mountain?
Yeah, like as far as like wildlife figurines and just all sorts of things like that, enough different types of plants. I we'll see. I mean, it's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be the size of your mountain, but I definitely want it larger than anything I've done.
Do you want to use my mountain? I am not using it.
You still have it?
I never put it up for sale.
Uh, How large is it?
It's
Like,
big. It's big. I want to say it is like 3 feet long by like 2.5 feet deep, and then it's like 3 feet tall.
oh my gosh.
It's big.
And if I recall correctly, were there like flat parts of it that you could put things on and
Yes. I think there's 5 different places that you can put things on
so
top. I
it's like
do have,
3 feet by 2 feet, like the base, the width at the very bottom of it.
yes. And then it kind of gets narrow as it continues to go up. I can measure it once we're done.
You know that doesn't take up too much because when I have the four tables parallel with each other, the tables are 2 feet by 6 feet, so four of them is 8 feet by 6 feet total. So putting a mountain in the middle of that, except here's the thing, mine wouldn't be. I couldn't put it in the middle
That's fine. It's
because mine is
for
in a
all
room
sides.
where it have a 360-degree village, so I'll have to put it in the back corner.
Perfectly fine. It still works. Just
You
a
know,
thought. Just food for thought. If you want.
let's come back to that because that might win me some stuff in the Miriam's Manor Christmas Village.
Well, you couldn't enter that into like the artistry category, but if you put it in your,
An artist made it.
huh?
An artist whomst I know made it.
Yeah, but it was me. That'd be cheating. You know how I am. We have to follow the rules.
I know.
Yeah, so um I know for a fact that I'm not using that mountain this year, and I may or may not be using the park that I just made either. That's really big though too.
Oh, I can't have my whole village be stuff made by you, or can I? No. Well, and don't forget this, Miriam. Again, because I've told you this before. Don't forget that I have over 100 buildings, and I'm only ever able to use 30 to 40 of them.
Yeah.
So if you ever want a building, you just let me know.
Okay. I'm doing dual town squares on both sides with like a big lake in the middle.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It's going to be awesome. And so I want the buildings to all look cohesive. Normally, I'm not so uptight about it. Actually, I'm never uptight about it. But this particular look, because all of the other buildings look that way, I need to find one more that just kind of fits that mold. So,
I mean, I've got a facade with some animation because it's um what is it? It's a pub. Or do you want me to show you real quick?
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so I only have two facades, this one and the new one they sent me this year.
Oh, okay. I think we got the same one of that, didn't we?
Um, it is this one, the
Yep,
wine.
we got the same one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'll let you know on that one because I need to go through the rest of my bins and see what if I do have something that will work in that space, which I will be doing in the next like week or two. So hopefully I can let you know sooner than later. And
Cool,
then
cool, cool.
if not, maybe I can come uh
I mean, you
through all
just
of
come
these.
over and browse my catalog,
Yeah.
and because I'm literally anything you want to borrow, just take it.
Cool. Now,
Oh
Vada,
wait, don't you
what?
you you want to use the hot air balloons this year?
Oh my gosh, now my wheels are turning. Well, I couldn't put that in my town square, but oh, I plan on doing the ski mountain and bringing that back. That would look so cute up there by the ski mountain. Hmm. I
Look,
want to say yes. I want to say
you,
yes. Are you sure
you
you're
give,
not going to use them?
if you're gonna give me a whole mountain to use, then I will give you that to use.
Yeah.
We look, sharing is caring. I was taught that years ago by Barney the dinosaur, um, and other children's media, and so various children's media, PBS, the channel taught me that I should always share, and so who
Thanks.
better to share with?
Thank you very much. I will
Uh,
gladly.
look, I've already given your daughter a bunch of stuff. I should let you use some of it too.
I know. And she absolutely loved the little doggy daycare that you gave to her. It's one of her favorite buildings.
I,
She wanted to leave it out all year round.
really?
Yeah.
Well, it's cool that it's like battery powered too, because like she could just kind of like have it on a shelf if she wanted.
We put it
Um,
on so that it'll just stay special for Christmas time.
yeah,
But because otherwise, she would just end up with all of these things creating clutter and mess. Plus,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, she's got a good size room, but it's not that big to keep all of the things.
Anytime I see like little dog related stuff, because I was at Michael's the other day and I saw like a new figurine set of like a new doggy parade thing they've got, and immediately I was just like, I wonder, I wonder if they've got that one yet because she would
Um,
love
you know, I have not even been to Michael's. So
it.
look
Really?
at the Christmas Village stuff that has been out. No,
Their stuff is already 30% off right now.
really.
Yeah. So I'm sure it'll be 50% soon.
Are you gonna go back over to Ace Hardy's this year?
Ace Hardware, yes,
Isn't it
always.
Hardy's though?
It's Ace Hardware.
Am I not saying that right?
No, Hardee's is what Carl's Jr. is elsewhere.
What was
It-
the name of the Ace that somebody's
it's
name?
no, it's Artie's Ace Hardware.
Hardy's Ace Hardware.
Now,
Okay,
now I
I
get
thought it was
it. Oh,
Hardy's Ace Hardware. I'm like, I know you told
Ace
me.
Hard. I was like Ace Hardee's. What are we talking about? No. Oh, I'll definitely be going there. I was actually going to text you about a day I want to schedule with you to see if you want to go to there and Millie's Hallmark with me in the same day, um, and see if you want to go do that and maybe film a little bit. See, I don't know,
Yes.
because
You just
that
let me
could be
know
fun.
because your schedule is way busier than mine.
I have exactly one Saturday, because during Christmas season, obviously, I work a ton. I have exactly one Saturday in the next 2 months where I don't have work or children, and and so I will text you that date,
Okay.
and hopefully you are able to do something that
Oh,
day.
I know because I am going out of town November.
Okay.
My birthday is coming up
When's your birthday?
November 23rd.
We're like a week apart from each other.
I
Just you and I. We've always been like,
know, here. Okay, I'm going out of town.
It's okay. I can just pull some babysitting strings, and we can see if we can make another day happen.
Okay. Yes, we gotta do that.
My kids have two grandmas that like seeing them and
Yeah.
like having them over. So I'll just make something happen.
Yeah. Butter them up a little bit. Make them something nice. Now you are, what are we in? It's October 19th, we said. So when are you actually going to officially start the new village? Have you like given yourself a timeline on that yet?
um, so I want this down by, because what's today, Thursday? I want this village down by the end of this weekend, and then I'm gonna start right away, Monday. And by start right away, I mean the planning
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Like, I am not. I have not even made a single platform, thought of an idea of a platform. Um, I'll hit you up about possibly swinging by sometime this weekend to grab a mountain, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I will hopefully, hopefully have this down by this weekend and start the process Monday.
Nice.
So we shall see.
Nice. Now, do you find that if you start this early, or is this kind of late for you? What time of year do you normally start?
This is kind of late for me. So normally because I need time, because I get, if I wait too long, because it gets really, really busy at my job, and I'm working 7 a.m. to like 9 p.m. almost every day for 6 weeks straight. So like I have to have most of it done by, if not all, by middle of November,
Yeah.
or I got no shot. Because I'll be coming home from a 14-hour day and then trying to do my
Mm,
hobby,
yeah.
and that's exhausting.
Yeah.
That's exhausting because usually I want to come home, eat, shower, and just pass out.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so this is actually kind of late for me. Well, it's so much harder to do it while also keeping content in mind and filming and doing editing and everything that we do that we didn't have to used to do.
Yeah. The years that I never shot when I first started YouTube, when I didn't show me putting my village together, that was easy because I'm just working on my own time and doing it. But now I can only work in that room in the morning hours, even for lighting for the video purposes. So if it gets too late, I have to stop so that I'll be able to record the next
Yeah,
for light. So, I mean, it's a whole big, like, drawn out process that when I start takes me 6 to 8 weeks now to finish. When before I could put up my village in just a matter of like maybe 5 to 7 days.
yeah.
Now it's several weeks with starting and stopping, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. And this is the life of a content creator, you guys.
You
So,
know what's funny? Um, because I've heard you say multiple times that you think you are a terrible YouTuber. You're like, oh, I'm one of the worst YouTubers. Because I don't do this and I don't do that. And I'm like, stop. But you want to know what happened with me as I was taking my village down or starting the process? We got all the figurines put away, and we were like, me and my girlfriend, and we were like getting the trees down and everything. We got all of that put away. And then I was like, okay, cool. Now let's start with the accessories. And then she looks at me, she goes, I thought you said you wanted to film you taking the village down. And I was like,
oh, dang.
and she's like, should we just put some of the trees and figurines out in a spot so we can just get some shots of you taking it down? I was like, it's too late. Forget it. I'm not making that video. I'm like, what's done is done. I'm like, I am
Well,
not putting stuff back out just to put it back away.
from this point on, just say figurines and trees already put away, and now you're moving on to the rest.
Right?
You could do that.
Something.
Yeah. And that's the hard part is like during this time of year, content isn't difficult because this is what we're doing. We're like in the thick of
Mm-hmm.
creating everything and creating our villages. But in different parts of the year, it's like, oh, what am I going to do this week?
Like, what even is March and April, you know? What? Like, at least July, there's Christmas in July, and I do get some content when Lemax releases their new catalog and stuff. I'll go over all the stuff, and when the stores, at least September, when the stores start putting stuff out, I'll go and I'll start filming in the aisles. It's very, I don't care how long you have been a content creator, it never feels normal recording and talking to your phone in public for me.
Right.
And like I'm in the aisles and like I wait for people to like for it to be empty and it's just me, and then I start, and if someone walks in the aisle I just stop and I'll wait 10 minutes if I have to. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to this camera like a psychopath. I know that people eventually are going to hear it because I'm talking to obviously whoever's watching the video, but they don't know that. And I'm just, and especially if I have a blooper or something, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm over here at Walmart or something like that. I don't know, whatever. And And like, if I'm like, hey guys, I'm over, brother, and I'm like, gotta start over. Hey guys, I'm over, and then these people just see me do that. No, I would rather just shrink up and die and shrivel up and just not have them aware of my existence because I just can't. I cannot normalize that for myself,
You know
going
what?
out and doing
That
that in
a
public.
lot. I hear that a lot from content creators and people who have been doing it for a while have all said the same thing. This is why you guys have only seen one shop with me video because, yeah, that's too much work.
Yeah.
So this year, you said you want to do a mountain. Have you thought about like a theme for this year's village or any other design ideas?
I mean, there are things I always need in my villages. Um, I always need a town square.
Mhm.
Um, like to me, that's just a necessary part of a Christmas village. I don't know why. I'm just like I don't want a Christmas village without a town square. It just feels incomplete to me. Um, I always go very heavy on the on an urban setting like a downtown, and I'm not sure if I want to do a downtown again this year or if I want to do more like Department 56 is like Snow Village style, like more like a small town kind of thing vibe. Um, I think I like the downtown type settings more because of how many buildings it allows me to use. Because everything just bunched together, and I want it to look like hustle and bustle and busy, and a little clutter's okay when you're doing it like that,
Yes.
and it just allows me to use more of my buildings. Um, but if I'm gonna do the mountain, I think I would go a little more heavier on the nature
Yeah.
overall, just more of a nature type setting. So I don't know. I don't know, Miriam.
You could always have your city section, and then as you gradually go up, like or towards the back of your village, that could be like your more mountainous region.
I mean, you're not wrong because kind of what I did this past year, and it was the platform I made with you that really helped as far as being the transition piece was a city that transitioned into like nature slash the park
Mhm.
area I had, and the scene that we made together with the river and the little pond and the raised platform, um, it worked because it was nature, but it was still the buildings were there, and it was still like it was a nice transition piece from the city, all paved, all everything to a more kind of like, oh, you're still in the city, but you know, there's a river here, there's a lake, and you know, it's more
Reaching like the
that kind of,
city limit.
it was a really great transition piece.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So thank you again for that.
you're very welcome. It was my pleasure. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. We had a great time. And if you
I'm
guys
glad.
can't tell, all we do when we get together is laugh a lot. We talk and we laugh. We talk everything Christmas Village. And it's good to have a buddy like that that you can just share your passion with and your hobbies and the different things that each of us do differently and the things that we do the same and
Yeah.
we can bounce ideas off of each other. And that's the really cool part about it all when we're able to do that because sometimes if you get stuck in something and it's like, well, did you think about this? It's like, no, I did it. Or like when you told me about Millie's, never even heard of Millie's before.
And Artie's.
Artie's, you're making fun of me. Did you say
No,
Artie's or
no,
Artie's?
I said Artie's. I was
Oh,
not
I
making
thought
fun.
you said Artie's.
No, no.
Yeah. And Artie's like, I had never even heard of these places and know that they actually did big Christmas Village scenes like that. So I'm so excited to do Millie's this year. And I I look forward to going back to Artie's with you because that was phenomenal last year what they had.
Yeah.
When you are putting together your Christmas village every year, what would you say is the most challenging aspect of it for you and how do you overcome it?
Honestly, the most challenging aspect is not even an actual like part of physically doing anything. It is working up the motivation to do it.
Mm.
I am such a procrastinator. It it's really hard for me sometimes. It's really hard. But once I get and I think it's because I know once I start, I'm not going to stop until it's done.
Mhm.
And so me knowing that, it makes me want to not start because of all these other things in my life I want to do or get done or whatever. Because I know once I get into this mode, I'm in this mode until it's done.
Wow.
Like all my free time go, like I get home from work and I start doing this. The weeks when I have my children, I get home from work, do everything with them, whatever. We play, we eat, we have a good time. They go to sleep. As soon as they go to sleep, I'm in here working, 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 and then I won't go to bed until like midnight, and I wake up at 6 a.m. for work. It's getting to the point where it's time to start, that I have to push myself to begin. Once I start, I mean, there's still other challenges,
Yeah.
um, and most of those challenges have to do with me. I don't know. I don't want to say giving up on myself as far as like trying new things, doing new things. It's not quite that. It's more like just not even starting an idea because I think that idea might be too difficult to see through. So like I'll have these ideas and like these creative things, and in my mind I'm like, well, I'm not capable of that, so let's just do this instead.
And you know you
No, I know it kills you when I say this. I know it kills you. But the problem is that I start so late too. Like I've started so late this time.
yeah.
It doesn't give me time to make the mistakes that I would probably be making, and then I know they're fixable, but that's all time. And I'm starting so late that I'm like, well, if I want to get this done, I just gotta. I like last year. I wanted to do all of the roads in my village by hand. I wanted to do it all like that, and I got to. Hold on, we're going on a little ride. So me and you made this.
Uh,
I did all this road on my own, and I even like had it start breaking apart the path.
uh-huh. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, yeah. Let me. Yeah,
For the
so,
railroad tracks.
yeah. The road just started breaking apart there, and then I still did the path in the park, but um, on this side, I did all of this, and then right here
Uh-huh.
is where I gave up and I started using Max Max because I was like, I just don't have it in me to do it for all of this area.
But you made it so far. That was really good progress.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's yeah, it's most. I mean, this is most of it. This is most of it. It was just here that I was like, I just don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just that's where I drew the line last year.
But it looks beautiful. It looks so beautiful.
Thank you. I tried. I tried.
And you accomplished.
Yeah, it's this is my
Yeah.
favorite village I've made. Not only did I try some new things, I even got a little messy sometimes while doing it.
You guys, oh my gosh, this was 100% hilarious. Like I'm not even exaggerating. When Varush and I were working this project, poor baby could not get his hands messy. When we were plastering, he had a towel right next to him so that he could wipe off his hands between each plaster strip. You were cracking me up. Like I am a mess. I go over his house and I'm in my full on paint clothes. Okay, you guys. I have like got painted up shirts, painted pants. Because I know when I paint, I usually like if it gets on my hands, I just wipe it on my shirt so I could just keep going. And you're like, what? Get it
I,
on my
I got some drops of plaster and stuff on me, and I'm just like, look. I think there's one very important aspect to this that you're just forgetting, and it's that you feel icky.
Yeah, like I don't ever mind getting messy when I craft. I expect to get messy when I craft, and I know that I'll just shower as soon as I'm done. But I just thought that that was so cute and so hilarious because you were like, kind of like,
It was literally, we would do one thing, and I would turn around and grab that towel. We would do one thing, I'd turn around and grab that towel.
I almost just wanted to plaster the whole thing for you because I was
Well,
like,
I think you're getting a little impatient because you're like, oh, this is gonna take forever if you're doing it like this.
I wasn't getting impatient. I definitely didn't mind waiting. I just felt like, oh, he's really struggling with this, like getting his pants dirty. And then I felt bad because I was like, I don't know if he realized it was going to be this messy. I didn't warn you in the beginning, and then I
I didn't realize it, but what is joy without pain?
it was painful.
Being dirty is painful for me, yes. But then I got something really beautiful out of it. So
You did, and it's something that you'll always remember. So, is that part of it kind of holding you up from moving forward and doing another piece?
no, no, no. I got dirty once. I could get dirty again.
Okay.
No, that's no. I'll I'll just watch some Miriam's Manor tutorial videos, and I'll rack my brain on some ideas, and I'll see what I could do.
And hear me in your head. I'll keep saying, Clarice, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll just keep a towel next to me.
It's fixable. And everything is washable. That's what
Yes.
that's what you can hear me say to you so that you can be like, okay, I'm gonna power through and get my hands dirty and get it done. So what is your favorite part about putting your Christmas village together?
It is. So once all the buildings are out and once all the trees are out, because those are the first things I do. Like once I have the platform set up, I put the buildings out first, and then I put the trees around where they all seem to fit. And then the best part, my favorite part, is what comes after that. It's putting the figurines out. I love it, and we've talked about this before. Is the little stories we get to tell
Yeah.
with how we set up all the figurines. Um, it's my favorite. It is my absolute favorite part. I really wish I hadn't taken the figurines down, because I'm pretty sure last time we talked about this, I showed you some of the little stories I was telling with my figurines. Um, but it's
I
the
still
best.
may have that video footage and I'll pop it up on the screen.
I Yeah, right now. So this is my like downtown section. This is my shops and everything.
Ooh, see, wait. What's that building right there in the center? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
The one with like the dome on the top, the blue.
This?
Yes.
Oh, that's Hollydale. So that's Department 56. That's a department store. And I got that. Someone was selling like so many of the Department 56 buildings here in town, and I got that for like $20.
It is gorgeous. It is
Yeah, I
absolutely.
love that building, and like it's got these little flags, and
Yes.
like this, they're
You
so
what? My mom was looking at this building. That's why it looks familiar. Did she end up buying it? My mom wanted this one.
really.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was you can't buy it new anymore. You have to buy it used.
Yeah. I think that's definitely retired. um,
And there's
yeah,
a
I've always got to have my ace because so many of my Max buildings came from an ace, so gotta have that. That's one of my facades that I really love.
I love that. That's beautiful.
This is actually from Costco.
Oh,
So,
oh, it's so
and
pretty.
I got a custom Betty White figurine. And so my story there is she's next to Santa because this was like a little charity event that she put together to give, and she bought all these presents for these kids and hired this Santa, and so That's
Oh,
right,
that's so
right.
cute.
Yeah. So we got more shops and stuff, and then it starts transitioning into the residential area. We got like those houses, those row houses back there.
Yes,
And
the brownstones.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, I got my Department 56 walls here. Those stone walls. I love
Yes,
them.
I have those too. Yeah, we talked about that because we both have the gates in that to that set.
Hmm. Phoenix. I always call this Phoenix Children's Museum. It's just a children's museum, obviously, but I take my kids to Phoenix Children's Museum, so that's what I think of that building as.
Oh, and you got the library too.
Got the library. I got the. This was one of the ones Lee Mack sent me last year. Unplugged Games. It's a board game shop.
I don't think I've seen that one.
One of my followers sent me this building because I said I really wanted it, and like I said, it was my dream building. It's a Crayola store that Department 56 has in their Snow Village line. I could not believe that one of my followers sent me this.
That is
That's
so
like the
sweet.
nicest thing.
It is. Sometimes the generosity of folks, it blows me away because I've not received in my regular life this in the same manner that people that I've only talked to either through email or through
Oh
video
yeah.
live streams will um give out of like the kindness of their hearts. And when it first, I was just blown away and taken back, and honestly, just amazed at the heart of people's generosity.
It's actually wild. It's so cool, and it's that's why I'm like we don't have a local community. I feel like at least not one that we've found yet. But
Yeah.
the online community is so tight knit, and it's so giving, and it's so loving.
Yes, I agree. Your Krispy Kreme is so cute.
I know.
Is that
Pizza
stand connected or is it separate?
is what?
It's separate. The stand,
Oh yeah,
the
no,
like
the
the sign.
sign.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the sign is its own thing.
so cute.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. See,
My
that's what I'm like. Come
husband
on,
loves
Department
Krispy
56.
Kreme.
I love you. I want to support you, Department 56, but make it easier for me. That pizza, the pizza shop is one that Lee Mack sent me.
That's super cute.
This waterfall right here, I did it all on my own, uh, with no help from anyone except maybe Miriam. So this is you're very familiar with this area here.
Yes.
There are, I've started getting some cracks in my water. Do you
Oh
see
my
that?
gosh, I do. How did that happen?
I
Did you
have
drop
no
something on the
idea.
surface?
I have no idea.
I've never had that happen before.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Well, you know what you can always do is get like your ripples, your water ripples, and make ripples over the cracks so they're not visible.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. No,
That sign is so cute. Did you have another one remade? That is not the original
no,
one.
no. That's the park sign I've had. I had this custom made from the same person who made my Winterbrook sign.
That's what I was thinking, the Winterbrook sign.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I
yeah,
was
because that's
like,
back over here.
yes, that's what I was looking at before. That's what I
Yeah,
remember. I
but
didn't
this is the
recall
sign I've always had for my park. So here's my park area. I've
it's
got my
cool. Oh, you have your
my
band.
wings of death.
They do move so fast.
You know what? Let me turn on the train while we're here. Um, got my little Emax train. This works. I don't have that turned on by the button because when I hit the button, I don't want that to turn off
Right. Right.
mid swing.
Now, this is what I was heartbroken over because Limax, I had it on my list one year. They were supposed to send me those hot air balloons. And for whatever reason, they never ended up sending them. And I was so heartbroken because I wanted those so bad. But and I think they don't even make them anymore. I think those are
Oh,
retired.
really?
No.
Welcome back, guys. So as you just saw, some of the really cool stories I was telling my village.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, and because then when you go back to look at it every time after that, like you know why you put that there and why you put that there. There's a reason for it. It's not just indiscriminately putting things where they just fit. It's putting them there for a reason.
Yeah.
Uh, and so it's my favorite. I love it. I love it.
So I want to tell you guys because Varuj is the first person that I've ever seen do it, and I think it's so cute. But on his TikTok, he actually has little storylines for his figurines, and he'll do like a quick little clip. It's kind of like watching a Christmas Village soap opera almost, I guess. Is the best way to describe it, or like a TV show with out of Christmas villages. And he makes storylines for each character, and the one where one of your figurines was gonna meet the other one and they might be interested in each other, like going out on a date, you know, the one I'm talking
Mhm.
about. That one
Yeah,
was so funny and so creative, and I just thought that is so super cute because in my mind I'm like, these people are going to go here because they're going on their first date. This couple here, it represents Dewan and I, and we're just coming out of our house with our kiddos around. It's like I'm thinking of those things too, but I never would like express that in a video.
hmm
I just thought that that was so awesome. So you guys definitely like go back into last year's village on his TikTok and see some of his scenes because he's focusing on a particular scene in the village, which might also give you really good ideas for your scene setups, but also just to be able to enjoy those backstories into your characters and like your thought process of why you were putting this where.
I started it last year doing those, and mostly to see like how I would do it. This year I know like exactly how I would do how I want to make those videos, so I'm gonna make it a whole series this year. And I have a Department 56 TV station building. It's KBRR, and that's how I started it. It's like a local newscaster talking about the different people in town. It's
Yeah.
like KBRR. I can't remember exactly what I said, but um, yeah. So I did it from that angle, or a radio show is kind of what the angle I went with, and so I'm definitely going to go and make that a whole series this year, and I'm really excited. I
That's
want
good.
I want plot lines.
Yes. I'm going to be watching them. I'm down. I'm down to watch. I'm so excited for all of your stories. So, do you ever have help or do you want help when you are setting up or tearing down your Christmas village?
I I don't know why, and this has nothing. This isn't just the Christmas Village. This is me in everyday life. I never want people to help me with anything, like ever. I don't know why. I feel like I'm a burden if someone's helping me with something. Um, but selfishly, now when it comes to Christmas Village, I'm always like, no, this was mine. I did this. I want to do this, and I put it up, and I did it all on my own. Last year, my girlfriend Allie and I had just started dating when I was making my Christmas village. And because I started so late last year and because I was behind the eight ball, she wanted to help me. And she got good enough so quickly that she was using the hot wire foam factory tools, and she carved the last bit of road one day while I was at work. And because her name is Allie, we named that road Alleyway.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, no, she was great, and she helped me finish up my village last year, and she helped me set it up. And this year, as I've been taking down the village, she's been helping me take down the village, and I know for a fact she's definitely going to want to help me put it back up and do stuff with the platforms again because she painted some of these edges here too.
Nice.
She was helping me with that too, so she helped me a lot. She's fantastic. But other than her, I've never let anyone help me at all. My kids are too young.
Yeah.
I love them. I just they're not there yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day that would
Because
be
you
a
have
fun
little
activity.
little still.
What was that?
Your kids are little still.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A 6-year-old and two almost 4-year-old twins.
Yeah.
So they're
And the
one day.
4-year-olds are probably barely seeing over the top of the table, huh?
Oh yeah, barely.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Which
too.
which is sad for them because they love it. So I always end up having to pick them up, which is sad for me because I'm old and I get tired quickly. Um, but yeah, one
Maybe
day when they're 32, I'll let them help me.
when they're 32, they're gonna be like, whatever, Dad. Maybe get like little step stools that they can step up on.
Well, I did get them like their own little like the Dollar Tree Christmas Village buildings and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They set up their own tiny little Christmas village last year. Um,
Did
so
they play with it?
what was that?
Did they play with it?
Oh, every time they woke up, or every time before, like I was like, "Hey, it's bedtime." They're like, "Oh, can we look at our Christmas village one more time?" And we'd go downstairs. They turn on the light on their Christmas village. Um, no, they loved it. They loved it.
That's so sweet.
Terrible layout on their village. Just aesthetically not pleasing. I don't want to judge the job of a 3 and 5
Baby.
year old, but I think they could have done a little better. I would have made some serious changes, but they did what they wanted and they enjoyed it.
Yes. And then they'll be able to see their progress over the years and how they do. It's one of the reasons why I started filming my kids' village so that we could have a record of it and they can see their progression and their thought process and how they wanted things designed and laid out and how they were putting their spaces together. And they've gotten really good at all of their village. Like my son is to the point this year I probably won't even help him with anything.
Yeah,
He's here already.
that's
Last year
awesome.
I was still helping a little bit with like the electrical and hot gluing and things like that, but he's been working with a hot glue gun this year, and so I'll probably just have to help my daughter where she needs it. But they do all their layout designs every year on their
That's
own.
awesome.
Yeah, they know
That's
exactly
cool.
where they want everything.
That's awesome.
To be the muscle and like the long arm to reach across the table
Yeah.
because theirs aren't long enough yet. So just stuff like that is what I step in and help out with now. So we are almost out of time. So I want to get a few more questions in before we get off.
Hmm.
Do you ever play, and let me ask you in two different ways since you also create content. Do you play games with your viewers in your village ever, like how many dogs do I have in the village or things like that?
No, and now I want to. I, no. Wow. You're giving me ideas now.
Oh, see, good. Awesome. I've thought about it and I've never done it. And I thought it would be so cute to do, especially in like after everything is all set up and everybody's viewed it, like whoever can be the first one to say how many figurines are how many people are in the village will and I'll ship out like little prizes or something like that. I thought that that would be fun to do and maybe do like a countdown to Christmas and have
Yeah.
little things like that to post. Um, but I still haven't done it myself. It was just
Yeah.
ideas that.
No, that's a good idea.
So, do you play games like that with your village or have a party to show it off at all after you get everything put up?
Miriam, when I tell you, not a single one of my friends or family members cares at all about my Christmas village. Zero. Nobody. My best friend does not care at all. And I'm like, come on, man, you want to come check it out? He's like, what am I going to do with that? I'm like, okay. So no, I've never had a viewing party or anything like that.
We need to see if we can put together a like Christmas village circuit where we can view each other's villages because
100%.
I let me see. One of my girlfriends got into it, but she didn't do it last year, and I don't know if she's going to do it this year. But you know, my mom does. I
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
that many people local that village either, unfortunately. I wish I did that we could put more of a group together. But even if we can get like four of us, I think it'll still be fun.
Yeah. Or I mean, if we go to any of the events at like Millie's or something like that, where the people who do this are there, we'd be able to like make some contacts and we'd be able to go see other people's villages.
Yeah. Oh, one of my subscribers, I went to their house last year. They do a Christmas village party.
Also here?
Yes, but they were all
Oh,
the way up in Chandler. They were
oh,
far.
wow.
But they have an entire huge living room dedicated to their Christmas village. And I took some video and I wanted to actually do a video of it last year. But when I went back to edit the footage, like it was so bad. It was too dark and it wasn't
Oh,
visible. And I didn't really I brought my light, but it wasn't casting enough light in there. And so all of my footage was so dark. And
hmm.
I was so bummed because it was so good. There was a lot of handmade pieces in he even made the temple in Israel. Like
Wow.
it was so gorgeous. And
Yeah.
so if I get another invitation this year, I'm hoping that maybe I can show up early before the party. And if we can like because there was a lot of people in there too, and I was trying not to take his guests, their
Yeah.
guests, and it was too hard because everybody was going there to see the village. So I'd have to do a different shoot date, but I could ask them
No.
and see if they want to travel all the way out to the West Valley.
Right. Hey, you traveled all the way to the East Valley.
Yes, I did, and I had a really good time. It was a great party. I really enjoyed myself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was special for them to send me the invitation. And I think that Moretta, the wife, was the one who emailed me about it. And I think that her husband was shocked that I actually showed up.
Yeah, really?
I said, yeah, I said it was coming. I
Yeah.
RSVP'd. But it was so sweet and I had the best time and it was my whole family went and we just had a really good time. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll have to do something like
No,
that.
for sure.
So, my friend, any last words before your kiddos arrive? Anything you want to say? Any tips, advice, tricks?
I don't know why, but for some reason, when you were like, any last words you want to, literally, I don't know why, the first word that I wanted to be my last words was cowabunga. Like I'm a teenage mutant ninja turtle. I literally just want to be like cowabunga as if that's like a catchphrase I have on my TikTok. It's not. I don't ever say cowabunga. I don't want anyone to think I say cowabunga because I don't want to get sued by the cowabunga people. Um,
Sure.
so no, I don't know. Um, I hope some of you watching this come check me out because I'd like more friends who do this. Like I said, I'll probably be down stalking your comment section because I want to chat up your people. I just hope I just like that we have platforms where Christmas Village people can find Christmas Village people, and
Yeah.
so I just I just love all of this. So
Yeah. Thank you. Well, definitely. Oh my gosh, what?
was that because I did
Do
thumbs up?
that. That was so next level right there. I just have to say,
Wow.
You made it seem
Okay,
like you've got all the skills, Waters.
that I have never done. I never do Zoom calls. I did not know that was a thing.
It's not doing it for me. Come on. See, now you're just showing off.
Uh, all right,
You're special. You get fireworks. I'm just going
right.
to give you one and two.
Apparently, I don't know what's going on here.
But man, that totally made me lose my train of thought. I was like, what's going on? We got fireworks going in the background. Good people. I hope you've had a good time laughing with us today and just chatting with us as we talk about all the various aspects of Christmas villaging and being social media influencers while doing it at the same time and kind of letting you into our world as we navigate this journey together. Both of us still kind of being on the newer end to this. I do already have a few other interviews recorded that will be releasing soon. And I also am interviewing another social media influencer. I will be actually interviewing Sylvia and Lena tomorrow morning. And so
Oh,
I know I'm really excited to have bring you guys the perspective of other social media influencers who do this that can bring you good content and helpful and useful information and tips and tricks and just be able to for you guys to also join and jump into their world and see how they do things because there's no one right way to do this. And I do believe that the more voices in the more villages that can be seen and heard, make all of us better. And we can take different things from different people and learn and grow. So that was the whole goal of doing this in the first place. So that I hope you guys are actually gaining that wisdom and knowledge in doing this. So that is all we have for you today. And until we see you again, stay safe. God bless you. And I will see you either next Monday or next Friday. Bye.
yeah.